Hello guys, I'm here to explain what's happening with NIO stock. What else should I tell you? I'm also going to help you understand some important technicals for the overall market. Let's talk about the data expected tomorrow. This is quite important, and let's see how NIO closed today. Now, let's see what's happening in the market. NIO was up 0.39% during the day, which wasn't actually that bad. The market was pretty boring and flat overall. But remember, the SPY was down 1.2%, Tesla was down 3% during the day, and it's continuing to drop after hours. Apple was down 2.5%, QQQ was down 2%. Okay. The market started to drop in response to GDP data and other data points. Additionally, due to Meta earnings announcement, they stated some bearish news saying that their virtual headset system didn't meet their overall revenue expectations and that their forecasts for 2024 were weaker. Some parts of Q4 were also weak. Due to this guidance, Meta dropped significantly, and you can see that Meta was down 3.7% today. This drop in Meta had a negative impact on the overall market. Now, let's take a look at NIO earnings. The market is a bit flat and slightly down because Amazon is currently conducting its earnings call. But remember, Amazon is down a bit. If Amazon is still somewhat stable, it hasn't shown much movement recently. So, let's see what Amazon does for the SPY. After hours, it's still quite stable, but there hasn't been any confirmation yet that it's ready to bounce. There's a slight bullish divergence here, but it will depend on how we stay steady for the next 10. If PCE comes in too strong tomorrow, it could pose a risk to the market. So you need to be cautious. If it comes in as expected, we'll try to bounce the market, especially if we stay steady for the next 10. Another significant factor will be the impact of Amazon and its earnings. So, we'll see what the buyers try to do and if they can take it above 416. If they achieve that, Disney and more bullish moves could start, but it depends on several different factors. The market looks a bit mixed after hours. Technically, this is for both. So let's see if we can achieve that bounce. But Amazon is holding back a bit, which could weaken our start, and PCE can help us in the end to try to bounce. So I think there could be two ways for the market. It's a bit tricky because it depends on tomorrow data. So we'll wait for that data to see how it affects us. Regarding Tesla, if you get some strong numbers, we can cool down Tesla to 202.5 or 200. The chart shows a slight bullish divergence, indicating a potential bounce, but if Tesla goes above 210, I would be cautious. We'll look at 212 and then 215. This all depends on PCE and Amazon. So we're waiting for that so far, but tomorrow morning will also be a significant factor, so be prepared. For Amazon, if we get some strong PCE numbers, it could cool down Apple to 163.5. If we get a cooler PCE, we can see it pump to 168, so you need to watch this closely. For QQQ, some strong inflationary numbers tomorrow can cool it down to 340. If we get the right PCE numbers, we can balance it back to 346. So we're watching everything, including NVIDIA. NVIDIA looks a bit bearish right now. If we get some strong numbers tomorrow, we can look at 395 for NVIDIA, and then 390 for a bounce. If we get the right PCE numbers, it can try to hold up better. But Amazon will be another factor. It's been a bit mixed so far. It may start selling more, so we're watching to see the impact. Just be very cautious, keep an eye on a support for SPY, and be careful. All right, what does this mean for NIO? For NIO, there is a good possibility of a bounce back to around 7.8 with a bullish divergence, but it could be rejected and come back. And we may be trading quite stably for the rest of the day. This may be a bit boring right now, and I think the market can stay like this for now. I think NIO can follow the market, and it may stay a bit weaker for now. But things can change next month because we only have a few days left until NIO massive deliveries, so we'll be patient. I think we can see a small rally in NIO, then a drop, followed by a kind of sideways price action, and things can get pretty boring over time. It's possible that the market might be a bit negative, especially when we have a significant sell-off. So we should exercise caution with Amazon at the moment. Amazon has delivered better results than expected. Their profits were quite good, and they've raised their future estimates. So we have good news in terms of EPS and revenue. This is positive for Amazon. However, one concern for investors is their cloud business. I read somewhere that they are losing some significant market share in the cloud sector, and this is worrying some investors. Additionally, there are rumors of changes in the competition landscape for Amazon. We'll have to see how Amazon reacts after their earnings call. Right now, it's declining. If it continues to drop and there's a significant sell-off, it could slow down the market even more. There could be further losses in the downward direction, but Amazon is not the only factor affecting the market. Tomorrow morning, an hour before the market opens, we will receive the PCE data report. According to our estimates, it will be around 3.2% to 3.4%. This will be for both PCE and core PCE for the year, and we are expecting about 3.6% to 3.7%. If the numbers are higher than expected, it could cool down the market. If not, the market could remain as it is. The Fed will also provide an update, and 30 minutes after the market opens, we'll have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report. So we are closely monitoring all these factors. But for now, I'm focusing on Amazon earnings call, which is currently flat, trying to bounce back. But it's still in the earnings call, and we're waiting to see what happens next. Now when it comes to NIO, we have some good news. It's been reported that Wall Street is expecting NIO stock to grow by more than 130% in the next 12 months. So there are still high expectations for NIO. And I believe there's potential for a good rebound for NIO, especially in the coming months. However, in the short term, there could be losses for the market, which could impact NIO. So we need to be very cautious about these earnings and such factors. Now when it comes to SPY has several puts expiring. So if we can break through certain resistance levels, we may attempt some sort of pump tomorrow afternoon because we have several puts expiring. But it's not a sure thing until we get more information from the PCE. So just keep in mind that if we get normal PCE data and the market remains stable, the market makers may suppress shorts. But it's not a guarantee, especially when the market is affected by so many other factors. So we'll have to wait and see. In NIO case, NIO has opened 2,000 power swap stations on the Silk Road in China. This is fantastic news for them. I'm working on something for NIO, and I believe this is a significant step for their future. I think it's not only beneficial for the future of sustainable energy in that region, but also for NIO future. A big bank still needs to rate NIO. NIO price ratio is quite flat because there hasn't been anything significant happening lately, and the volume is only 27 million, which is not much. As for Amazon, it seems like it's trying to bounce back. But we're waiting for the earnings call. I can't see it right now. So we'll have to see how Amazon affects the market. We need to keep in mind that Amazon is just one factor. There's another factor affecting the market, and that's the PCE data, which is one of the most critical economic indicators. If we get a hot PCE report, the market could cool down tomorrow. This could also push NIO towards the 7.4 to 7.5 range. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.